In this video series, I want to take you through some of the more advanced topics of the Yii framework. We'll start with setting up the advanced application template and move on to building an entire application with that template from start to finish. We'll be working with the newest version of Yii, which is version 2 beta at the time of this video. If you're working with a newer version of Yii, not much has likely changed. The beta version of Yii2 is at a design and a feature freeze, and they're only fixing bugs at this point. So the first thing we need to do is download Composer. Now if you're not familiar with Composer, don't worry, it's just a dependency manager for your application. Yii framework is going to be one of your dependencies, so Composer is going to come in really handy here. So we'll run the first command that the Yii2 guide tells us to do, which is downloading Composer. And I'm already inside my htdocs directory, which I assume you've already got Apache installed or some sort of web server, and you have your own htdocs folder to work from. So we'll run that command, and that's going to download Composer for us. And okay, so it's done that now. And the next step is to run the next command, which is going to actually create, it's going to download and create our advanced application template. Now the last parameter of this command is it wants you to put in a path where you want the application to be created. I want it to be in a folder just called My App for now. Okay, so it's starting to download all the dependencies. You can see it first started with the Yii2 app advanced application template, and that's good. Now it's installing the dependencies for it. And now it's making some directories writable for us already, which is nice. And we're good to go now. So the next step is to go into our directory and see what we have. And it looks like all the files are there, so that's good. Now we need to tell Yii to actually initialize this project. And what initializing means is it will actually create the configuration files for you. And there's quite a few in the advanced application template, so it's nice that Yii will build all of those for us. So to do that, we're going to type in, what is it? It's PHP init. And it's asking me if I want to do a development or a production environment. I'm going to say this is a development environment. And yes. So there you can see it's created a lot of different configuration files, and it's also made some of our directories writable for us. The last thing we need to do, since this is a Yii2 advanced application template, it uses a user login system. So in order to use that, we need to actually set up our database to hold a users table. And Yii comes to the rescue again for this, and just all we have to do is run a migrate command. We first need to create the database, of course, and I've already done that, but after that we just need to do the migration command. So we're going to type in Yii migrate, and I'm going to say yes, I want to create this migration. And that should be all we need to do. So now we can just go to our My App directory in our browser and see what we get. Now since this is the advanced application template, again there are 3 applications. We have a backend, a common, and a front end. The back end and the front end are the only ones you're going to be going to through your browser. The common is just one that, as you may well know, is shared by the front end and the back end. So common is where you would put common code, such as models that both back end and front end are going to share. So let's go ahead and go into our front end and our web folder, which is our web accessible directory. And there you have it. We have our first Yii advanced application template, and it should allow us to do everything such as sign up and log in. Since we've created our database of users, let's go ahead and try signing up. So I'm logged in now as Nate, and it appears to be working fine. Let's log out. Yeah, we're fine now. So there you have it. In our next video, we'll tweak this advanced application template to do some useful things for our project.